All right, gang, we finally found him. It took us a while to track him down, but I've got Colin Guinn, the man himself from 3DR. Nice to see you again, Colin.
Yeah, thank you.
I know you guys, just like last year, I told them if you've got questions you want me to ask, just post them.
Okay.
So here are the questions.
Okay, let's do it.
First, I got to tell you, I'm extremely impressed with the amount of secrecy that you guys put out on this.
We were vigilant about keeping it under wraps. Absolutely.
Yeah,
we had a lot of people working on it. So,
when was it official? When did it hit the street? Yesterday or day before?
we made the announcement today. So the official announcement was today with all the specs. We teased it about a week ago, but we didn't have any specs or all about the onboard computers or the scripted cinema or the GoPro control or any of that. That all came out live today.
Okay, so give me a quick rundown. I listened to your speech, but what are the key features here? Because there's some hard competition out there as of today. So what's going on with the Solo?
Tell me, what's the competition as of today?
The Phantom 3.
Oh, they made a new Phantom.
They did.
Does it look different and cooler and does some new cool stuff?
Actually, it doesn't look any different at all.
I was just curious. Okay, so the difference with this one...
That was good, wasn't it? That was good.
The difference with this one is that it's we accomplished flying around and getting stable footage years ago, right? And it used to take a pilot and a camera operator to actually get a good shot. What we wanted to do with Solo was make it so that anyone, a filmmaker, a creative, that doesn't necessarily know how to fly a drone and wrap around a tree perfectly, can go out and get the shots that they're envisioning in their head. And we do that by leveraging the power of 2 onboard computers. So it has a Pixhawk 2 autopilot, which is by far the most advanced autopilot, unreleased yet. Dual IMUs, dual barrows, dual gyros, right? But it also has a 1 gigahertz processor Linux computer inside the drone.
No kidding.
The controller has a 1 gigahertz processor Linux computer driving the controller. By leveraging that computing power, now it becomes an aerial motion control rig. So our computers can drive the gimbal. Of course, you can fly around manually. You've got these great tilt controls. You've got memorized tilt positions. You've got immediate speed adjustment between your tilt positions. So for manual flying around and getting shots, it's still an order of magnitude better because you can click a button and do a perfect 30-second tilt move just by setting it up real quickly.
Wow.
But you start leveraging computers, now I can fly to any position in space, set a start frame, click one button, which is called cable cam, fly to another position in space, rotate, tilt, frame my shot exactly where I want it, hit that button a second time, I've now locked Solo on a cable. Not only can I fly up and down that cable and just freely rotate and pan, but I can have those view locks memorized so that when I hit play, or you manually fly up and down the cable, as it goes up and down the cable, it rotates and tilts and pans for you. Wow. So now I can adjust the speed of that move, hit play, and all 5 axes happen in perfect conjunction as if you were a trained camera crew that's been flying drones for 5 years.
And your average Joe is going to be able to master this.
I will tell you that over the last 6 months, as we've been locking down our retail partners around the world, last week I'm in France at a large retailer in France. I've got a 45-year-old female that's probably doesn't ever play Xbox or anything like that. We walk outside, I put the controller in her hand, I said, "You're gonna fly it." No, I'm not touching it. Oh yeah, you are. And the screen says press and hold fly to spin the props. Press and hold fly, green bar goes across, props spin. Then it says press and hold fly to take off, takes off, and then it just sits there. Anyone can take a Phantom and fly it around and come back and land. That's not hard. So I say, okay, this one goes up and down, this one goes forward and back. Then I tell her, now I want you to start right on your building, and I want you to be tilted down a little bit. I want you to boom up, rotate, fly over there, tilt up, and show downtown Paris. And she looks at me like I'm crazy, right? Because that would take years. Honestly, I couldn't do that by myself with all 5 axes, right? I can do 2 to 3 axes at a time with my fingers, but she looks at me like I'm crazy. Like, okay, great. Just however you get there, position yourself. She's doing the wrong moves. She's figuring it out. She gets the shot framed up using the HD feed from the GoPro, right? She presses one button. She goes up, out here, rotates, goes the wrong way a couple times, gets the shot set for where she likes the framing at the end, hits one more button, and then she just hits play. And when she hits play, it starts recording on the GoPro, captures the shot, stops recording on the GoPro. But where else is it recording besides the GoPro? It's recording the live stream directly on your camera roll. So before you ever get around to taking that memory card out of the GoPro, right on your camera roll of your device, you have an HD feed of that shot you just captured.
Yeah.
Post it to Instagram, post it to Facebook, email it, text it to a friend.
Wow.
I mean, it's just orbit mode. You look at an object, point at it, hit orbit, hit play, you're perfectly orbiting around that object. You move your altitude up and down, the gimbal automatically tilts to keep whatever you're targeted on in the center of the frame. If you tilt your gimbal, you're moving your target point up and down in space. Go forward and back to increase or decrease your radius.
Yeah.
Go up and down, move farther. You can manually fly the orbit yourself. The farther away from center you go on the stick, the faster it's moving.
Right.
You let go, it stops on the orbit cable, right? Selfie, set it on the ground, hit selfie, hit start, does a big pull away reveal, comes back, lands itself, turns the motors off.
All in one motion, the selfie mode.
It goes like this. Selfie. I see my selfie on a live satellite view, right, of where I am. Obviously, we're indoors, so we're not getting that satellite view. I can adjust my selfie settings if I want to. So right here on selfie, this is a brand new build. So this little arrow comes down where I can actually adjust the distance away, the altitude, if I want. Now it just says hold fly to take off and begin selfie. So mode,
Bam.
selfie. If I don't want to adjust this line,
Right.
I'm good with it. It's like a standard pull away. I just hold fly, it takes off, accomplishes a shot, comes back, lands, turns off the props. Aerial reveal.
Wow.
So,
So what are the different, the first questions I'm getting are what are the price points? They're asking me, the number one thing is without a gimbal, $1,000?
which seems crazy, right? Because there's two built-in computers. How could that be
what they're telling
$1,000? Is that true?
I don't know, you tell me.
How can we sell two computers and a live HD video downlink with HDMI output GoPro control for $1,000? Who told you that? Well, if they told you that, let's stick with it. Let's call it $1,000. Done. $999. $999. It comes with a GoPro naked frame, vibration isolated, and an HDMI cable. Throw in the GoPro, plug it in, photos, live HD video, FPV, whatever.
When will it be available in stores? And I understand it's going to be available in retail stores.
Yes, it will. So your nearest Best Buy, end of May. B&H, Precision, Sammy's Camera, DSLR Pros.
Fry's Electronics?
Every Fry's, every Best, not every Best Buy, almost all the Best Buys. In-store, kiosk. Kiosk has a simulator. You can go fly it, ride it retail, press the different buttons to learn about the different features. So 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee wherever you buy it.
Now, I heard you saying during your speech that this keeps a flight log.
30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee on a drone.
That's what I'm getting at here. It keeps a flight log. If the flight log says it took off,
we know it. If there's a crash or a flyaway or anything, our computers detect that. A pop-up comes up that says, looks like you might have had a problem. Would you like to log a trouble ticket? Yes. That log file gets sucked off the controller through your device to our help desk. Ticket is created. We call you up. We walk through the whole flight with you. If our system caused the problem, new drone, new gimbal, new GoPro.
That's what I call customer service.
We are very committed to our users and our user experience over everything else.
Waypoints, is it still capable of?
Anything that any drone on the planet can do, this can do, and a lot more. So if any drone can do something, this can also do it, other than fly a really heavy camera. But in terms of waypoints and spline waypoints and follow me, everything, all of that, no problem. If you want to use our old tower app and draw a line and set ROIs and use Mission Planner and do rally points and all kinds of crazy stuff, go ahead. So the mobile app that is specifically designed for solo is more about real-time motion control in the air. Right. Yep. But yeah, those are waypoints. You're setting waypoints here and here. And along with those waypoints is full camera control between them.
Still all open source?
It's open source. So it's built on open source. There are certain features that our computer does inside that's not open.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Rechargeable radio?
Yeah, lithium-ion battery in the controller. You can buy an extended battery for it if you want up to 8 hours of flight time with your controller.
Okay. 2.4 or 5.8?
2.4.
Okay. Now, just straight out, this is a question I got about 3 times. Why would somebody buy the Solo instead of the Phantom 3? Tell me about it.
Well, it's just if they want to get cool shots.
Just an all-around better camera platform.
Yeah, if you want your videos to look dynamic and great, and you want GoPro control, and you want customer support, and you want live logging of your flights, and you want to feel good that your copter investment's going to be protected, I mean, I can give you about 175 reasons, but...
Sure, you said the battery on this is about a 150?
150, because it's a 4-cell 5200 milliamp battery that gives us full 20 minute of flight time with 3-axis gimbal, GoPro.
Not exaggerated, 20 minutes.
Video. Now 20 minutes is stretching it. If you go and you're ripping around and you're doing hard climbs, no, you're not gonna get 20 minutes.
Right.
You have full battery readout, you get alerts along the way, your controller starts vibrating. But if you fly chill, I will take anyone outside at any time and go fly this for 20 minutes. Yeah. Now, if we're at 9,000 feet altitude, that won't be the case. You know, so there's things like that where it is dependent, but yes, it will fly up to 20 minutes.
All right, my last question, Colin, is were you guys ever working on a parachute?
Yeah, there's an image of it right there. So that's part of the accessory bay, is that there's a port right here where
Seriously?
us and third parties, this is an accessory bay with a full master plug that has access to the onboard computer, the autopilot, everything about the system, I2C, CAN bus, MAVLink. You screw it on, plug in, you can make accessories for Solo that can do ball droppers, LiDAR, optical flow, ballistic parachutes, all that stuff's being worked on.
Oh, so it's all coming along in modular for this system then?
This is a platform. The whole motor pod pops out with 4 screws, unplugs. So people want to make upgraded motor pods, we make upgraded motor pods, they're plug and play.
Cool.
Gimbal bay is open. So plug, HDMI, and 3 screws. Other brands will be making gimbals for it. Other cameras will have gimbals for it. So it just gets better and better and better over time.
Outstanding. Colin Guinn, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Colin. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right. Hey, guys, guess who I ran into? It's Josh and Tim. You know these guys. Where are you guys from, anyway?
Arkansas.
Arkansas? You're both from Arkansas?
Well, I'm originally from Ohio, but I live in Arkansas, yeah.
Now, how did you originally find the Demunseed channel?
Wait, I just remember, I think you put something underneath your in your subtitles, like dumbass or something like that. You forgot to do something, and I went, who is this guy? I started busting up going, all right, he's real, at least he knows, you know, real for what you're doing, so it's all cool. So actually, after I saw that video, that's when I contacted Josh. I go, do you know this guy? And he goes, oh yeah, man, I follow him all the time. I'm thinking, well, all right, just keep doing it. It's cool.
Right on. Demunseed getting all the way out there to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all just hanging out here at the NAB Expo, and I know you guys wish you were here. Well, you're not. So get off your flabby ass and get out there and fly. See ya.
There you go.
All right, gang, we're over here at a booth called IP Solutions, and they just happen to have the Phantom 3 sitting here on their counter. We're not even in the drone pavilion yet, but we're looking at the Phantom 3 and noticing that it also has the exposed ribbon cable. Take a close look there. You can see how the ribbon cable is exposed on the back side of the gimbal. So the Phantom Maniac, Mike, is telling me that it looks pretty much like exactly the same gimbal as was on the Vision Plus, except they've changed the head of the camera to a 4K camera. So it doesn't appear like they've made a lot of modifications to the actual gimbal itself. There is still the vulnerable ribbon cable that is exposed, and if you take a hard crash, you're going to break that ribbon cable.
Just being right here and absolutely, you're right on the flight page, you can see all sorts of.
Hey gang, Jim here. I'm over here at the NAB Expo at the GoPro booth, and I am talking with Chris. Hi Chris, how are you?
Pleasure.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Now, my question for you guys is, 3DR just released the Solo officially today, and that drone is going head-to-head with the DJI Phantom 3 that just came out. Now the Solo is going to carry the GoPro camera. And now, is there anything new and exciting going on at GoPro?
Yeah, absolutely. The Hero 4 Black and Silver Edition cameras are our latest and greatest, the Black being our flagship camera. And either one of those cameras is going to be amazing for, be it a DJI, 3D robotics, or any other drones that use our cameras. The footage that you can get with our camera is insane, especially from the aerials. The stuff that our consumers shoot with those quadcopters is absolutely outstanding. And with a Hero 4 Black, you can be shooting in 4K at 30 frames, just outstanding. If you want to have a higher frame rate, you can be shooting 27K at 60 frames, or even 1080 at super fast 120 frames a second. So you can really get some incredible cinematic stuff with a quadcopter married to our Hero 4 Black or Silver cameras.
My last question, is GoPro going to come out with their own drone?
We are not announcing any sort of product like that. Right now we're just excited to see what people are recording with our cameras on the drones, like we talked about earlier with the 3D robotics, the DJI, the drone flies, the stuff out there. And we like to just see all the creative content that's coming out, and but we've joined that committee, and so we can continue to champion and protect the rights of our consumers, and no matter how they're shooting their content.
Good. Well, Chris, thank you very much for your time, sir.
Yeah,
all right. Over here at GoPro.